Last time, I ended with me saying a list of things I was probably going to do. I have done a couple of those things, and I have also done other things that have not been stated. We are here in Eterna City, for nicknaming reasons. I did in fact hatch the Riolu, and I want to explain basically what went into this, because it did not go the way I planned. Basically, I saved before picking up the egg from Riley, and went through a bit of time to hatch it, and hatched into a female with inner focus and a hasty nature. Hasty being plus speed minus defense. I figured, this is not bad. I don't really care for the minus defense, but this is pretty good. I made a backup save state, reloaded the original save state, and tried to do it again, and got the exact same egg. So I think that it's probably something to do with the RNG. Like, if I got into a battle or something before picking up the egg, or just wasted enough time, it would probably hatch into something different. But I was reasonably happy with the outcome, decided not to mess with it. We're going to stick with this one, which actually throws the gender balance in my team out the window in the other direction. It used to be too many males, but oh well. Nicknames suggested for Riolu. Actually, I didn't really see a whole lot that I was terribly impressed with, so I'm just going to go with something that I came up with, and hopefully people don't hate it. So let's go ahead and get that out of the way. Going to be named Ori. This is not intended to be a reference to Aurelian, the person from Mindcrack. It's just a name that came to mind because I was thinking of things related to it. It's it uses aura. Just gonna call it Ori. I don't know. The other possible name was Jackie, because it's like a jackal, but I don't really like the name Jackie, as I've actually mentioned before, so we're sticking with this for now. Let me go ahead and plop it in experience share, because it's going to need it. If I can find it. There we go. The other thing I did off screen was basically a lot of TM planning. I wrote down every TM that I have and what Pokemon are able to learn them, and basically tried to come up with a distribution that is as tried to make it as less wasteful as possible. I know that didn't come out in good English, but whatever. Try not to waste the TMs, use them on stuff where they're suitable, that kind of stuff, and I come up with a distribution that I think works pretty well. So the main problem is, as you've seen, I got rid of Sponge. Again, it's not 100%, but I'm definitely feeling it so far. I do want to try to stick with Caroline a bit longer. Caroline's moves are not terribly impressive at the moment. We've got 60 base power, shit accuracy sleep move, somewhat shit accuracy confusion move. So, to rectify this problem a bit... Oh, actually, before I even go into that, I'm sorry, I have to explain the mindset into this so people don't bitch at me. The other main problem was the psychic attack on here and nothing else. So, looking over the special moves that Mime Jr. is able to learn, since its regular attack is shit, there's not a whole lot. It can get Shadow Ball, which is good. It can get... Can it get Solar Beam, actually? Let me look at my list here. It can get Solar Beam, it can get Grass Knot, a few things like that. But what I did here is I tried to think, what do I really need this thing to have? It needs to have a move that can handle Pokemon that resist Psychic, so anything that can work against Dark, and then other Psychics and Steels, preferably. Shadow Ball does not cover that, so I needed to go with something else. And out of the available moves, a bit of a stupid solution you might think at first, but I'm going to go with Thunderbolt. The reason I'm going with Thunderbolt is because I completely plan on getting rid of Shockwave in just a minute here, and therefore it's not going to be all over the frickin' team with way too many electric moves, but Thunderbolt works pretty well. It's not super effective against any of those types that I said, but neither is Grass or any of that stuff, so gonna get rid of Encore. So we've got two pretty decent special attacks on this thing. Now, to get rid of Shockwave on Caroline, I have this Water Pulse TM, which is only learnable by Cleffa, Togepi, and Mantike, which also learns it by level up, when I eventually do get a Mantike, so I don't need to worry about that. Plus, I'll probably give it Surf anyway. So, getting rid of Shockwave. Wid of Shockwave, that was good speaking. So we got Water Pulse, which has a chance of Confusion, which ties into the next thing. I have Sweet Kiss on that moveset, which I basically never use. What do we use to get rid of that? That's where the Shadow Ball TM comes into play. Shadow Ball is learnable by Budew, Chingling, Cleffa, Togepi, Mime Jr. Budew, Chingling, and Togepi have already been dropped off the team. Mime Jr. we already determined it doesn't need Shadow Ball, so we're given Shadow Ball, which also solves the problems of all of these attacks being really low base power, because Shadow Ball is a bit better. So, getting rid of Sweet Kiss. And again, I'm trying to, like, manage a bunch of stuff off screen at the moment here, like with Notepad, so bear with me. So, there we have that. Now we have the problem of Stacy not having any coverage moves, so we're going to go with Iron Tail. Iron Tail being learnable by Cleffa, Pichu, Magaby, Riolu. I think Pichu needs it the most, because the other ones have other coverage moves, so getting rid of Nasty Plot because I never use it. Still have 2 electric moves on it, but whatever. And I think that's pretty much it. Oh, right. Earthquake is obviously a very good move. It is learnable only by Riolu and Mantike. Mantike has 20 base power, so we're given Earthquake. Right off the bat, not even gonna waste any time with that thing, because it's a good move, I want it on the team, gotta give it to somebody. Also, to a lesser extent, Poison Jab, just... actually, hold on. Yeah, Power 80, that's a decent move, okay. Poison Jab, also going on it. Only baby Pokemon able to learn it, why the hell not? So let's get rid of Foresight. I don't know what other moves this thing is getting yet. Probably teach it Brick Break at some point. I actually could look at its natural level up move pool, but I haven't. Whatever, that's quite enough of that. I think I spent more than enough time with moveset shit, so let's finally move on with our lives and go to the Canalave gym and hopefully just kind of wreck face with mostly Pompeii, I'm thinking, because it has Flamethrower and Cross Chop, which will probably beat most things there. If Riolu was leveled up, then it would probably be able to work well also, but it is not, and I don't feel like doing off-screen grinding because I'm sick of doing that lately, so we're just going to go with this for now. So here we are, 8.5 minutes into the video, and we're finally going to do something. That was overly long explanation, but I wanted to share my reasoning behind it, because otherwise people would really want to know why I'm doing this. Let's go ahead and start with you, actually, just for diversity. I don't know what diversity means, but I'm expecting Pompeii to do well later on, so yeah. Quick, use that Water Pulse. That's not going to do a whole lot of damage. No, let's actually try to use Sing for once. That did more than I thought it would, to be honest, so... there we go. But yeah, Riolu is actually not as impressive as I thought it was. I looked at its base stats and stuff, and it's really not that great. I think we're going to stick with Endure for right now. Or, are we? Nah, you know what? I'm probably not going to keep it either way, but let's keep counter for a little bit. But yeah, it didn't learn nearly as many moves as I thought it would. And interrupting myself again, here's Force Palm. 60 power. Can paralyze. Hell yeah. I mean, 60 is not great, but it's probably the best it's getting for a while. So I remember Lucario being able to get, like, Bone Rush and Bullet Punch, I think. I think it can get Bullet Punch, honestly, I don't remember. and like a bunch of different coverage moves. Riolu doesn't get any of those. I was also expecting it to be a mixed sweeper with like special attacks, but special attack on this thing is actually not all that good. It's like 30 or 40, I think. So we're sticking with mostly physical here. Actually, organize these real quick. And let's bring you out because you're the only level 41 at the moment. And we are met with a type that I cannot handle here. Cool. Go, you can do it now. Yeah, Thunderbolt's not going to work there either. Okay, so the mindset of giving Thunderbolt to this for coverage does not work against the Magnemite family. Good to know. Screw it, just get in there with Water Pulse again. For the record, for anyone who might be remembering things wrong or is confused, Ghost and Dark are neutral against Steel in Gen 6. That is not the case in previous generations, so that's why I said Shadow Ball would not be a good coverage move. Alright, let's see what we're doing here. Here, maybe you can do something. Please don't use a Magnemite. God damn it, seriously? Fine, get in there, Flamethrower. Let's do some bait and switch while I'm at it, because Magnemites are not terribly imposing at the moment. Imposing, threatening, whatever the word would be for that. There we go. Feint is a very shitty move, for the record. It can hit through Protect and Detect, but it only hits through Protect and Detect in this generation. I think in later games you can use it in other situations, but in this one you have to like predict that they're going to use that move. So yeah, never use that move. Wait, no, we do want to give up on Feint. Speaking of differences between generations, Feint Attack, the dark move, changed from being spelled with an A to an E between generations. I know, exciting, but that made me think of it, so whatever. Let's see what we got here. This just goes back down, and it looks like this is the only way to progress. Somebody who doesn't use Magnemize, hopefully. I'm feeling like this isn't the greatest matchup here, but let's give it a fair effort. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm not completely surprised by that, but one can always hope. Thunderbolt, go. Make yourself useful. Oh, shit. Okay. Water Pulse, go. I'm trying to use all my new moves and be all, like, fancy. And it's not working out in my favor, so let's just kill this thing and get it over with. Alright, I need to go back and heal. So while we're bumbling through the gym here and healing and all that other assorted fun stuff, the next Pokemon game in the list of ones to talk about is the, I'm thinking it was the 5th attempt at Emerald, because we had like the 3 false starts, and then there was like the physical copy that I owned, and then there was this one. But yeah, this was the one in the LP, so I don't really need to talk about it too much, because most of you have probably seen it, and if you haven't, then if you are interested in such things, you could go back and watch it if that is your plan. I don't know what I'm saying in the sentence, so I'm going to shut up. But for the sake of completion, of course, mentioning it anyway. So yeah, this was the one that was originally Brenna's LP, and then it kind of died off, and I took over about halfway through. And so what ended up happening was I kept some of the team members that were on the original team, and then added a few new ones of my own. So the starter in that was Torchic, which was named Fry, got leveled up to a Combuskin before being ditched, and the other team members that survived were Exploud, named Mimsy, Aggron, named Joan, and Plusle, named Zoe. And then I had picked up the Torkoal, named Coleman. Originally Cole, but then people are like, it has a shitty nature, replace it, so I did. Crawdaunt, named Clamps, and Atropius, named Dippy. And there are way too many Magnemites in this gym, holy crap. Again, probably the most well-known thing from that LP, which I wish was not the case, because it was... I really don't like the way I handled it when it happened, but towards the end of the playthrough, ran into a shiny Tentacool, caught it, named it Carmen, used it as a rotating team member. I liked the... I don't even know what I'm doing anymore, I'm not paying attention to what they're using. I liked the circumstances in which I found it, because I, like, totally predicted it going into it, but, I have gone on record before saying that, like, my attempt at sounding super, like, angry or what... I wasn't even angry, it was just, like... Point is, I had a really stupid reaction to finding it, and I wish I could redo that, because it was very insincere, and, apparently people don't seem to mind a whole lot, because it's still, like, considered my #1 moment from that last, like, 1500 video special, but I don't know. That is why, in this game, I've been trying to, I'm noticing more and more that I cannot use Stacy in this gym. It's fairly annoying. Yeah, I guess you. But yeah, I've been trying to make a point of, like, when I'm doing off-screen grinding against wild Pokemon, I usually have the recording going, so that if I do run into a shiny, I can, like, catch it on camera, but the problem with that is, yeah, I don't want this move. Endure and Reversal makes a pretty decent move combo, but it's also really risky, so I'm not going to deal with it. But yeah, the problem with me doing those recordings is, A, I haven't actually been doing it all the time. I only sometimes do when I remember. The other problem is, when I'm recording, I usually have, like, Netflix open in the background, and it's recording the audio from that, and I don't even have the microphone set up. So it would basically just be, like, footage of me running into a shiny, and then going, oh shit, I gotta go get the microphone, and then, like, cutting the recording anyway, so yeah, it's... I don't know. I am still sticking by my original statement, though, that if I do find a shiny in this playthrough, it will allow me to use a Munchlax. At this point, I'm not sure if I actually want a Munchlax, though, because it doesn't really have a place in my team. I'm already having enough oh, for God's sake. Already having enough trouble with the two normal types I'm trying to balance right now, and finally ended up ditching one. And when I do finally get around to finding Mantike, I'm not sure what I'm doing with that thing yet. But we'll figure it out. But yeah, so far, this sure has been a gym where I've been continuously unable to use Stacy against anything at all, and having problems with half of my other team members, for that matter. I haven't used this one at all. Actually, Sucker Punch will be neutral, because it's super effective against Psychic, so let's give that a shot. Gotta use that Quick Claw for Sucker Punch, you know. Come on. No. Okay. That gave no experience. That was excellent. Are we... Oh, that's the one that goes up to the gym leader, isn't it? I don't even know if I fought all the trainers, actually. I need to go back and heal regardless, so Let's get stuck on platforms. Derp-de-derp, garlic sandwich, etc. It looks like I might have fought them all. That's a dead end. Wait, how did I get here? You may ask yourself, how did I get here? How did I get here? I'm confused now, because this just goes back up to the gym leader, doesn't it? Or, no? No? Yeah. Okay, let's stop and review, because that leads back to the beginning. I have not taken that one yet, because I haven't been here. So, let's go back. There's only one option here. Only one option here. Unless I can go behind that, which I can't. Here's one option. Here's one option. Here's one option. Here's one option. Okay, I think this is it. Yeah. Never mind, I got confused. So you got to watch me be confused, and it was a fun experience for all. But in the process of getting lost, I've come to the conclusion that I'm pretty sure all the trainers have in fact been fought, so cut to when I'm ready to fight them. Alright, so as I usually do with gym leaders, I don't want to do a bunch of like save stating crap in the middle of the fight, so we're not going to do that. I am save stating beforehand though, just because it's faster than regular save. I'm going to see what he leads with. If it's something that Stacy sucks ass against, then I will switch. Well, by switch I mean reload the save state, because that's what I'd probably do if I was playing the game normally. This is just slightly faster. And we have Magneton, so yeah, we're switching. I probably could paralyze it, honestly, but let's just... I have no problem with completely sweeping with Flamethrower if that gets the job done. I usually don't like to do that, but I also might be overestimating my ability to kill everything with that. I don't know, we'll see. So I'm assuming he has this, a Steelix, and Bronzong, maybe? I don't know what his team is. But yeah, Flamethrower. I'm gonna guess this will get it down to a little bit of health left, but not outright kill it. Okay, I'm glad to be wrong. So that's one Pokemon completely trivialized. And Steelix, just as predicted. Again, let's use Water Pulse, because I want to justify the fact that I bothered with that TM. I think it's the only water move that my team can learn at this point, because nothing gets Surf. Surprisingly... oh, jeez. Surprisingly, nothing gets Brine, either. Not even Mantike. It's kind of weird. And do we somehow live that? Oh, yeah, okay. Maybe luck with Confusion? No? Alright. Well, if I switch, then that's just going to be something else taking damage from Earthquake, so I guess we're going to take one for the team. Oh, Ice Fang, okay. Sure, we'll go with that one. Which reminds me, I actually do need an ice move for this team. I'll have to check that move tutor again. The one that has, like, Icy Wind. Alright, let's see if this finishes it off. Yep. And again, I'm predicting Bronzong. I don't really know... oh, no, actually, hold on. I think I remember what he has. It's Bastiodon, isn't it? Yeah, okay. So, you are going to die to Cross Chop, because you are 4 times weak to fighting. Bastiodon's one of those Pokemon that was meant to be a super defensive wall, and kind of is, but has the Rock Steel typing, which is not a very good typing to have. It's kind of unfortunate, because they gave it to Aggron, this thing, and Probopass, and they didn't really learn their lesson that it has 4 times weaknesses to fighting and ground, which is not that great. If you're trying to use anything else against it, then yeah, it can take hits pretty well, but That is not the case here. Alright, I'm imagining I can probably outspeed this thing, so let's get off a... Actually, let's paralyze it first. And I'm imagining this thing has probably higher physical defense than special, so I'll try Thunder. If I... Okay, good. Come on. Nope. And you are probably dead 5 times over from that move. Might have to use a revive here, but I will... You know what? That would be hilarious. Oh, the problem is Earthquake isn't going to be enough to kill it, probably, because of the level difference. Let's try to get some more damage in on it and see if we can finish it off with Earthquake, because that would be awesome. So another Thunderbolt, or a Thunderbolt, rather, since there hasn't been a first one. Okay. And I guess we're taunting. And does this kill me? No. You know what? I want to see Earthquake finish this thing off. So I either have to get lucky with it missing with Stone Edge or with Paralysis kicking in. Ah, shit. Okay, screw it. Let's just... Okay, I've had my fun. Just finish this thing off, I guess. Or, oh yeah, derp. There's a little bit of a full restore going on here. I kind of forgot about that. And we have visitors, so I'm going to pause the recording. Alright, bit of a delay there. We had maintenance come to fix some stuff, so it needed to be done, but it was not the greatest timing. Anyway, paralyzed it shortly after I had to cut that recording. Like, the move finished, and then it showed that it paralyzed, so yeah. And here's Stone Edge. And I'm going to go ahead and see if Earthquake manages to work here. If it doesn't, then I've got one Pokemon left where I can use a Revive, and then we'll finish it up from there. I don't imagine this is going to do enough damage, but we'll see. No. Oh. Well, we might have another chance here. Let's find out. Because, remember, it also can either miss with its move or get paralyzed, and then I'll win, so... Come on. Yep, we got it. Unless he uses another full restore. And there we go. Okay. Well, I guess that's a good starting point for Ori, then. Not really sure what to call that other than starting point, which isn't really the right term, but whatever. Good way to start off the first video. I don't know. I'll shut up. Not quite a second level up. And we get the Mime badge. No. Blah, blah, blah. And what do we get here? TM91, which I'm guessing is Iron Tail? No. Flash Cannon. Like, I already have Iron Tail. Is Flash Cannon learnable by anybody? Nope. Okay. Possibly the other Pokemon that are not currently on the team, but we're not too concerned about those at the moment, so let's just go around in a circle here for no real reason. And I think plot-related crap is about to happen. Yep, time for library. I don't expect to get attacked by the books, but I should probably go heal anyway. And also, I got strength from Iron Island, right? Yeah, okay, so... Because that badge gave me the ability to use strength. I'm not going to teach it to any of the team members, obviously, because it's not that good of a move, but I will have to go around and check areas where I can push boulders and see what's accessible. So, this place does have some interesting lore in it, from what I remember. I don't think you can read all of these, but yeah, it looks like the majority you can't. I think you can upstairs. And then I just take a Steelix out. No. I want to find the ones that you can read, because there's really weird connotations. They're too tough to understand. I never really understand that. It's like... I think they've said that in other Pokemon games, too, where it's like... These books are too hard to understand, and then that's like the entire bit of flavor text you get out of it. It's like... I've seen books be very dense and kind of hard to follow, but I don't know. Every book down there. Too hard to read. Why did you back up? Oh. So yeah, stuff about evolution. Stuff about Mega Evolution, even though it doesn't exist yet. Stuff about lakes. Yeah, I'm not really sure what Rowan's deal with the evolution thing is. Like, I guess it's... In-universe it would make sense, because the series never really goes to great lengths to explain the difference between, like, natural evolution over time and, like, the metamorphosis that Pokemon have, but it's one of those things that you kind of just don't really think about, because it's like, whatever, who cares? Like, if you start to take the game super seriously, then it's kind of interesting to think about, but there's never going to be an answer for it, so it's, like, not really much of a point, I guess. And we have another Doom Bomb. And not a single book fell off its shelf. What? What was that about? No, wait, I mean TV. Yeah, that is smoke. That's what that is. Okay. Was there supposed to be text there? Certainly impressive that they can blow stuff up. Something that us in this world of creatures that can learn the moves Self-Destruct and Explosion have never seen before. So, how about that, going to Lake Valor thing? I sure am having to go there anyway. Alright, so let's see what we got here. I thought that said cheese. There was only a churning turmoil of cheese. So yeah, this is all... I like the backstory that this gives. I think Gen 4 did a pretty good job of providing, like, background info on the different legendaries. A lot of people complain that there were too many legendaries, but... And if you look at some of them, they're not wrong, like Heatran and that kind of stuff, but the main ones, I think, were done pretty well. So this is... That first one was Uxie. This is... Mesprit. And is that Azelf? Yeah, I guess so. Let's see. Oh, wait, I didn't even read what that was. Yeah, here's a weird one, because the series has always kind of danced around the subject of, like, do people use Pokemon for food? Do other Pokemon eat each other? Like, the Pokedex says it, but it's kind of, like, hushed, and they never really talk about it in the show. In this one, they flat out say, if you, like, catch a Goldeen and eat it, and then put the bones back in the water, it just magically comes back to life. Somehow. I would like to know how. This one, there's Pokemon Forest, what the hell? okay. I don't know what that was supposed to be. And this one's all like... Yeah, now we're getting into that side of the fan base. Are there more? I think we already read the original story, right? Yeah. So I guess the opposite side of the bookshelf has the same stories. Okay, then. I thought there was one that flat out said that, like, people would get married to Pokemon. I don't know, maybe they changed the text between, like, Diamond and Pearl in this game. Or maybe it did say that and I was just being stupid and didn't read it. Hey, old dude and kids. And he's gone. Come on. Alright. So yeah. Stuff is afoot. Time for two. End of sentence. Yeah. Time to fly over there, I guess. I don't think I'm going to clear out the entire area, but I'll at least give it a once over. Because I certainly don't want to start searching around for strength boulders yet, because that's kind of annoying and nobody really wants to see that. I'll probably do it next time though, because, you know, gotta show it. I don't know. I want to know why this place was actually blocked off beforehand for, like, gameplay reasons. They're just like, oh, we're investigating the water. It sure is wet. But we get over here and things have happened. Things involving Magikarp. Are you proud? What's your deal? Alright. And the frame rate has apparently taken a shit because it doesn't like these Magikarp. I do like the random Magikarp flopping around though. They're pretty good. Alright. So yeah, like I said, we'll probably just fight a couple people. I don't really want to go through this whole area, but I'm not sure how much time it would take. I don't know. Sentence, structure, words. Here, are you finally going to be able to kill something? There we go. There wasn't really an island under the lake. It was kind of just in the middle of it. Like, I don't understand why they had to blow up the lake to do this. That is a lot of frickin' Magikarp. What happened here? Is this guy just putting them in a pile? Like... You know, the funny thing about Magikarp is, like... Obviously, it evolves into Gyarados, and, like, trainers in-game use Gyarados occasionally, but the Pokédex says that it, like, goes on these year-long rampages that destroy entire cities, and all it takes is to get one of these things up to level 20. Like, you've got Pokemon in Gen 5 that don't evolve until, like, the 50s, for some reason. And then, I don't know, it's kind of stupid. I wish they'd kind of go back and change the level up requirements for a lot of Pokemon, but I know they usually don't like to retcon stuff like that, plus it would make it kind of confusing, like going between different games, but it is really stupid how Magikarp gets super powerful after 20 levels, and then you're stuck with Rufflet until like level 54. All because Rufflet was found at the end of the game, and they wanted to make sure it didn't evolve immediately. I think the worst case actually was, is it Mienfoo or Mienfoo? I never knew how to pronounce that thing. It's like, you get it towards the end of the game in Black and White, evolves at level 50. X and Y just before the second gem. Just kind of hanging out. Alright, let me use a super potion here. For all my talk of I'm not going to finish this area up, I sure am totally finishing this area up. Hopefully this place doesn't have any hidden items in the drained version, because I'm sure as hell not going to search everywhere for them. Come on, there we go. And I'll bait and switch. Trying to be as efficient as possible with the leveling here, but there comes a time when you have to stop caring about everything being even and just let other stuff have a chance at fighting. And you're probably dead. And you are also dead. God, the frame rate. Like, I've actually been kind of surprised how well the ROM has held up throughout this playthrough, because it's like, DS emulation used to be kind of difficult to run properly, but obviously the computer can handle it because it's good enough, but it hasn't really had any problems other than the underground and this place. Here, what's your story? Oh, he doesn't have any Pokemon, okay. Never mind that then. I guess that's it, except for the inside of this cave. Also, that's a love disc right there. So, yeah, you know what? Why the hell not? Here's this asshole. Whatever. Don't remember what this guy had. Well, he has a Golbat. Not completely impressed with that. Have I been able to outspeed Golbats up to this point? I think I have. Well, not... Okay, toxic, sure. Well, not... Ah, damn it. Yeah, you know what? Let's go ahead and switch. I don't imagine that this is going to go much better, so... Damn it, I thought I was going to use Wing Attack. I don't know why I thought it was going to use Wing Attack, because that would not be strong against Electric, so I guess that's me not using my brain, but whatever. Bronzor, I fought like a bunch of you in the last gym. You're not too much of a threat. Let's actually see if I'm trying to think here. Water Pulse, 60, Shadow... Yeah. Shadow Ball's neutral, but it's still a stronger base power, so let's just go for that. And it still did jack shit for damage. Excellent. At least we're getting special defense drops. And Toxicroak. Would have been nice to have that Psychic move, but 2 HP is not really going to cut it. Here, you, do something. What did it use? I didn't even see. Oh, okay. That kind of sucks. Recoil and all that, but there we go, whatever. Don't really care about that fight enough to give it any more attention than what it was already given, so... He's like, oh no, it's a cave, and I was standing here in the middle of the cave, and there used to be a legendary here, but now we have it, haha, and something about lakes, so... Is Rowan mysteriously going to be here? No. I'm surprised by that. Okay. Whatever. I'm going to stop it here. This video has been a slight train wreck because of distractions, but got done what we needed to do. And next time, pushing boulders, and then probably snow.